Check 1 2 1 2. Levels is good. All right. Welcome to Wednesday, my man. Welcome to Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Of course, my Bluetooth ain't Bluetooth, and you know the vibes. Hold on. All right. All right. No headphones today. That was fun.
What's up, everyone? See people on the stream. Welcome, welcome. Let me just share this with a couple people. Let them know we are live. If anybody has joined on the stream or in IG, welcome, welcome. I know we've been missing for 2 weeks, but we figured it out. Boys
Yes,
are
yes. Some
back.
whack technical difficulties, but we back. Happens to the best of us.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to go there. Good to go there. Live and in time. Live and in time. But yeah, brother. Happy Wednesday, man. We'll get these out to. Get that out. Mm-mm-mm.
What's up, Jeff? Hey, Bill, you can turn the light on. Or Darius, whoever that is.
If you're on Facebook, shouts to y'all. I know it's bigger than just a birthday app, but it's a good place to be right before you make the jump to LinkedIn. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, man, shit is changing. Like depending on you know where you like where you're at as far as LinkedIn, man. Like LinkedIn is starting to slowly turn into a little Instagram on the low. Like people are starting to share a lot of personal stuff on there too.
I knew it was only time. I knew it was only time before the corporate and the remote life started to mix a little bit, and people be like, "Yo, I could get these pics off over here too." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So people just getting them
Yep.
off, man. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them. I get it. I don't suggest it if your boss follows you, but I get it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's where it gets dicey.
Yeah.
That's where it
Yep.
gets dicey.
Absolutely.
We did a quick we did an FCP quickie yesterday for those here now for the NBA Finals. Quick recap, man. It turns out it was the most boring finals that people ever tuned into, but weirdly to say, it was the most watched finals in the last 5 years. I find it hard to believe it beat the bubble year, but I didn't see the stats. I'm just reading a couple quotes that I see from a couple of places, but it didn't feel like it was the most watched. But I think people just happy to see the Joker get it. I guess it's either gonna be him or Jimmy. One of them getting their first chip. So outside of that demand, I'm not sure what else people tuned in for. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree, man. That because if we think about the last 5 years, you had, when Giannis won, you had when Toronto won, you had the
Mm.
Warriors So it's a little interesting. Yeah, I don't believe it neither, but I'm just glad it's over. Just like Jeff said, I mean, we can start to focus on next season. Team's going to start to rebuild, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks with the draft. A week after that, free agents can start to sign with other teams. So it's going to be a good couple weeks, man, till 100 and some days until the next season starts. But whatever.
Hey, and for all our gamblers out there, man, if you was heavy on the NFL, heavy on the NBA, hey, you only got, and maybe if you was heavy on the baseball, you got to wait a little bit. But WNBA's here, man. Like you tell me, you get your rocks up over there for your parlays, and hockey's officially over, unfortunately. So yeah, you only got WNBA and some baseball games if you got to get this right. Trades will be
Yeah.
signed. So I saw Zion. I saw somebody put a Houston tag over him. I hope that was a prank, due to his life. But yeah, him and Houston it's just bad business, man. I wouldn't. No, no. He should be nowhere next to Texas a better part of the year. He shouldn't be out there.
Yeah, with him, it's like you haven't really seen him play enough basketball. It's
That's
almost similar to when Ben Simmons came in, when Embiid came in. It was like right to injury, and now you're like, all right, what type of basketball is he going to play at this point? I don't know, but I can see a team just like looking to make a splash, trying to make that trade. So we'll see, man. Yeah.
and I hope it was another rumor, but did did Silver lay down the hammer yet on Ja?
No, I haven't heard anything yet, but the memes about that shit have been
Yeah, yeah,
hilarious. Shout
yeah.
out to everybody. Yeah,
No. I was just gonna say the memes been nuts.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to everybody who puts that together so quickly. I mean, literally right after the game ended, you saw the memes coming up, man. So I swear, I think there's just like a community of meme people somewhere, and they just have this stuff ready and scheduled. So as soon as the shit ends, it was like boom, hitting all social media platforms.
Yeah, the meme makers draft folder got to be like thick, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's just got to be ready, quick hitting. They probably got this stuff already in the can for like a good day, so just wait for the right moment to hit the trigger button. But yeah, man, I saw some nasty early whole season suspension vibes. I really hope those are false rumors. I hope it's not an early leak, but
Yeah,
a whole season would be nuts. It'll be
yeah,
absolutely nuts. But well, hey, we will wait and see. It's over, so we'll see what happens.
yeah.
Um, that's not yeah, man. NBA is over. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts that it's gone, but it's life. I mean, summer's here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
man. Oh, so next up, real quick, man. I just wanted to, definitely salute to the Nuggets 2023 championships. But salute to DC Young Fly, man. If you don't know who he is, very talented comedian, musician. He's part of the cast for 85 South. He's also on Nick and Cannon's Wildin' Out. He lost his, I believe, baby mother or girlfriend, confidant I believe, earlier this month, and the strength that he has shown through this process is like I've never seen before. And I could never fathom, you know what I mean, having to go what that brother is going through right now. So definitely salute to his strength through this process.
Definitely salute. Not that it's weird, but I think when you have a professional life of being funny, you never really are allowed the time or the comfort to be in an emotional state. It seems like you know what I mean. But I guess being like a true showman, so to speak, he kind of is not laughing through the pain, but just trying to get on with his day to day. You know what I mean? So shouts to him. Couldn't imagine if the shoes were flipped around, but losing your partner with three kids, nonetheless, is at this age is just something he ain't prepared for. You know what I mean? But heart goes out to him for real. R.I.P.
And I think the dope thing about it was, the whole time he was talking about like his faith in God and, telling people to keep God first. And if you're going to do
Absolutely.
anything in this life, get right with God. And he definitely showed that faith through this. Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely. More expensive news. Tyler Perry, man, he bought the whole network, man. He just purchased BET. I think they're like just pretty much crossing T's and dotting I's now as far as the paperwork. But how big is this for him and his brand?
So I think this is really dope for Tyler Perry. We spoke about this on FCP Quickies. You know, after you watch this, you can go over to YouTube, subscribe, check out all the stuff that we're gonna do. We're gonna be putting out a lot more content, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, I think what this does is it provides a platform for a lot of the young and up and comers who are probably just predominantly have their content on social media platforms, and now you can bring them to the TV screens for people who are old fashioned, right? They like putting on the TV, sitting down watching a show, you know what I mean? And you know, BET, I can see it totally taking on the Tyler Perry image with some new flair. If he gets some nice young talent to kind of like own certain divisions or be responsible for certain content, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, he'll bring it together. I do got my money to the side, hoping there's a professional version of BET Uncut that he could kind of introduce to the late night crew. You know what I'm saying? Kind of bring that back for those that never got to see it once. Hey man, might be BET only fans Uncut. Whatever they got to do, man. Promos, get your cross promo going. Got to bring that back for at least a 30-minute segment every so often, man. That'll be weird to see, but dope to see at the same time.
Yeah, my personal selfish wish is Boondocks, man. I'm a big fan of Boondocks. I would love to see a remake, whether it's like a real version of Boondocks or if they bring Regina King back. You know, what I mean, God rest his soul, they can't bring back John Witherspoon, but you know, it would be cool to see that show come back. I feel like that show was just reaching its potential, but certain people really didn't want to see a black cartoon really take off. So
Don't
that'll
know
be cool.
why. Don't know why, but you know the powers that be are. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think if he could swing Boondocks, he's got to be able to get Dave Chappelle for one season two. Fuck it, let's just throw balls to the walls. Let's get all
Mhm.
our greats that said, hey, they're not treating me right, and let's treat them right for once and see what happens.
Oh yeah, yeah. He could play Uncle Ruckus.
Facts, facts, big facts, big
Yep.
facts. I am as far as cinema goes, my man. I am backed up on these movies, man. June has been
Mhm.
not kind to me. I still got to take the girls' Little Mermaid. They give me dirty looks,
Mhm.
especially when we eat seafood at the house. Now they're like, "Nah, we're good. We're gonna go with the salad only, Dad." I'm like, "Oh, it's not Ariel on the plate, but all right, we go see the movie, y'all." But this the Spider Verse dropped, man. Did you see Spider Verse yet?
Yes, man. Listen, they continue to amaze. They continue to bring diversity. I mean, it almost felt like it was Latinx Heritage Month watching the entire film, but you
Nice.
can really see it was definitely a different take on anybody can be Spider-Man, you know, without revealing the actual movie. There were some scenes in there where they were doing some things with the color and the background that was a little too much. Like if you walked in there and you was like either a little high or you know what I mean on a little bit of an edible, you might have been sitting back like, whoa, am I like having a bad trip?
Mm.
But other than that, man, it was really cool. The ending, phenomenal. I mean,
I'm
it
about to say,
was
la 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 la.
yeah, it's definitely dope. Definitely dope.
So, all right, it's on the list. It has been for like a good month before it even dropped for my personal list. But yeah, I gotta I gotta get the kids out there. Shit, if I
Yeah,
don't get them out there, I go it'll be a ticket for one of these weekends if they're busy. But I
yeah.
gotta go catch it because I love the first one.
Yeah, and then you got to pay attention because there's like subtle like appearances from like stars that you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to really pay attention and you'll catch them. But yeah, yeah, it was cool. Little Mermaid is still up next. The next couple weekends are really tight, so I'm kind of waiting for Amazon Prime to come through. You know what I'm saying with the in the clutch. But other than that, we did catch Fast X the other day. That was actually okay. It was okay.
Fast X. What's that?
That's the 10th
Fast.
version of Fast and the Furious.
Oh, they just dropped the word furious now. We don't even they don't use it no more. That's crazy. That's
It
still the
might have
franchise.
it might have been Fast and Furious X. I don't know,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
we watched it. It was cool. It was cool.
Are
I forgot to
the
I forgot.
stunts like still a little
Of
fugazi?
course,
Yeah.
of course.
It's a full time.
Each iteration of the movie, they're gonna take things to another level, right? But the guy that plays the villain, like it was crazy, and my wife was saying the same thing. It was crazy to see him in the role, but he played it perfectly. I forgot his real name, but he's the guy who plays Aquaman. He's really good in that movie as a villain.
Okay. And Jeff, I saw the live action Miles in Development. I think the dude that does his voice was trying to lose some weight and get ready for a live version of the show, if it was to ever happen. But he's an older gentleman, so they might have to recast that for the real live action version of it. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I can't get mad at him for shooting a shot. He said, "Hey, it's my voice, man. They gotta love the body, right?" All the producers like, "Thanks, man." On the voiceover, guy. No. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh God. Do you have a story where your wingman did his job?
So all right, so this one is actually pretty funny, and shout out to Precious, man. Can't wait to see you Saturday. So she sent me something on Facebook, and the story goes like this. So this guy, he's working on one of the army forts, and one of his friends has been dying to like go to a club.
Mm-hmm.
So they get to the club, they drive a minute to get to the club, and he doesn't have the right shirt to get in. He needs a button down shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the friend that brought him was like, come on, man, like, it's his first time out. I want to show him a good time. You can't just let him slide. He's like, nah, I can't do it, right? So the guy goes to a bum that's not that far, and the bum has a button down shirt. And the guy proceeds to give his friend, the friend that's in town, the shirt, and buys the bum shirt and puts that on. So the
Okay.
whole time that he's in the club, he's getting no action. Nobody's talking to him, but his friend has the time of his life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, man, like I'm just like I don't know if I could have done that. Like I think I would have probably asked like slip the bouncer extra 100. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Like that just sounds like a lot.
Damn. Yeah. Man. What do you do? Like when you have your back against the wall and there's another person with you. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I know we came together. I know. But listen, just we gonna go to see that diner right there. Once this is done, we all gonna be right there, man. So we all gonna be right there. But just keep the booth warm for us, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I've had a few stories where my attire just wasn't didn't fit the bill, and there's a couple, a lot of eyes, just like, you know what I mean, and it's like you knew this is a hard bottom affair, Kenny. You knew it was.
Yeah.
So you didn't
Yeah.
bring them out in the trunk. You're like, nah. I'm like, I don't like partying with those kind of laces. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've had
So
to go home solo.
by any chance, you got a wild like wingman story?
Wingman story? Yes. Shouts to my wife. She might be the best wingman ever. It was we was at Brooklyn. I think you were there. It was we was all chilling. Everything was great. Drinks is flowing. But it was one of those dive spots where no one's questioning the quality of the alcohol in the bottles. But if it's brown and I order Hennessy and you pull out a Hennessy bottle, you assume it's Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody drinking. They're like, yo, your shit tastes fine. It's like a little bit, but let me get one more. You know what I'm saying? We just drink it. Hour or two goes on. I start feeling the woozies. I'm leaning up on the wall. Wifey's like, baby, all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And she looked up, and then she like squared up. She said, you sure you all right? And I was like, why'd you look at me like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and as soon as she looked at me, I was just like, I threw
Yeah, I
up
do
right.
remember.
I threw up right in front of her. And most people, if someone's within like 18 inches of you, face to
Yeah.
face, you see throw up. Your whole like pattern to get the fuck out of there is quick. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? You dodge it, making sure nothing splash on the shoes. This is what I already knew she was the one, but this is when I knew she was the one. She stood there like it just caught the throw up. Just hand was there. I was like, and then she just like, she yucked it down. I was just like, yo, why'd you catch that? She's like, I don't know. I panicked. I just felt like it was the right thing to do. I was like, nah, it's not the right thing to do, man. Next time you see me throwing up, go look for a bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Like, I appreciate you. I love you. Hey, If anybody, I will die for you, and you know this. But if I'm the one, you gotta catch that, baby. You gotta catch that, and I appreciate it. But yeah, that was as far as wingman go. I don't think there's a tighter story than that. Like I've had a lot of great night with the guys, but that level of commitment to the person that you're with,
Yeah,
I think that was the epitome of it, man. She was my wing woman for the day, man. But you know, right after you throw up, you're right back. You're right back at the party. It's like,
yeah.
yo,
That's it.
what happened, yo? I ain't getting nothing on the shirt neither. Woo! Like, you know what I'm saying? You right back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely my wingman story for this evening. Shouts to Jen. She still looks at me like once a year, like, oh, I can't believe I caught you throw up. Like, you know, I was like, yeah, man, that's fucking 10 years ago. Like, move on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think that's a forgettable moment, man. I think that's something that like it sticks. Like that's gonna be a story that's told to grandkids, probably even at your funeral, man. Like that's deep shit.
Burnt in, yo. Burnt in. Steve. But yeah, man, it's nasty out there. Nasty out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another nasty wingman story. Well, no, I don't want to bring that one up. That was bachelor party vibes, and you got to die with those. But you got to die with those. I'll say like the FCP cookies or something, man. But that was a wild evening as well. But
yeah, I was gonna say wait till you get like get knocked up, but you got 3 of them things, so you solidify.
3 of them things. Space them out. But yeah, 3 of them things. 3 of them things. But hey, man, it's June. All of my beginning of the year resolutions, like go to the gym, do more sit-ups, do more push-ups. Stop doing that on like January 3rd, but it's June now. You know what I'm saying? So it's National Men's Health Month, bro. Like, what should I be doing this month?
Oh man, I mean, first thing, go to the doctor. Like, if you don't do nothing else, if you can't get to a gym, if you can't go for a walk, nothing like that, at least get yourself checked, man. Because internally, there's stuff going on that we don't see. You know what I mean? We always react to what we feel or what we see, but there's
Absolutely.
things probably going on that have no real impact, or immediate impact, I should say. Definitely go get your check. As black men, I only speak for myself here. We have a hard time going to the doctor when we really need to, right? So you can only imagine, right? Our stomach hurt, our head hurt. We'll be on a bum knee for like months, and we'll just sit there and talk about, I'm rubbing this icy hot on it. It's gonna be all right. We got to stop doing that. We got to make sure we're getting ourselves checked out. We are more susceptible to all those underlying diseases, man. It's really, really important.
Question: as far as doctor visits, we all do our 6 to 10 month checkup as we should, but when you've had a doctor for a very long period of time, right? You kind of build a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That hey, doctor such and such, hey, Ken, get this first name kind of fake basis. But I think my last 4 or 5 visits, there's this chart. I'm 5'9 1/4. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your weights. You know what I'm saying? And I'm obese by this chart. I'm just nowhere healthy, right? And he goes, Ken, you're a little past the number. If you don't get down by the next time you come here, I'm gonna have to give you the pills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it. But we've been having the same conversation like the last 6 visits. Like, at what point do you be like, yo, doc, you gonna be stern about this shit? Like you just hoping I don't make it back in the next 6 months? Like, what's up? Like, when did you tell your doctor to step it up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so I mean, the honest to God thing is, man, they can only give you their opinion. You know what I mean? They can't force pills. They can't force anything down your throat. All they can do is tell you, yo, listen, if you want to be around for a long time, you might want to listen to me. You might want to start doing this before this and this start happening. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, honestly, there are physicians like that. You know what I mean? And it may be the hard choice of making the power switch, man. You might need somebody. So, for instance, right, the minute I transitioned to a Latin doctor, I got a little bit more, I want to say, sternness than I did with my previous doctor. He's a Latin male, and he's really thorough. He's straight to the point, and he holds no punches. So sometimes it's about the race of the doctor, the sex of the
Mm,
doctor. A lot of times that does play into it. You know, I'm not gonna say all the time, but it
mm,
is something to think about if you feel like your current physician isn't giving you enough push, right?
mm. Yeah, I got an older Jewish guy. Like he doesn't
Oh
give me any
shit.
money. He doesn't give me. I was hoping he would give me money advice. Like, hey man, if I was you, I would put all this in this stock this month. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping he'll give me one of those like good lines, but he just crack a quick joke. You know what I'm saying? Black guy, white guy, Jewish guy walking the club every so often, but. Outside of that, he's just real like, hey, everything's kind of perfect. Work's good. This is good. That's good. That's good. Weight's a
Hmm.
little crazy, but you've been
Yeah,
maintaining. You've been maintaining it, right? Haha. I'm like, yeah.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, all
yeah.
right,
Nah, you might want to switch it up, bro.
damn, I like it.
I'm just. You might want to switch it up. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised after the first visit how different it probably is.
Mm.
You'll be surprised.
Now, see, that makes me nervous, though. Say I go to the new doctor, he goes, oh, you got A, B, C, D, and E wrong with you. Let's get you on a regimen right now. I mean,
Mm.
4 or 5 different pills. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he said, my blood work was good 4 months ago, man. I'm drinking a lot of water since. You know what I'm saying? I don't think all these symptoms you telling me is the one that should be. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
that I don't know if I'm ready for that kick in the nuts yet from the old physician. But
Hey, man, better now than never, man. We ain't getting younger.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like the fact that I do have the rapport with my existing doctor, I think when it's time for the I'm gonna need you to relax your muscles back here, check up.
You rather it's him?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what, man, it's over. I think I need somebody new in my life for new experiences. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to mess this thing up. Like you know what I'm saying? So, God forbid I bump into you. You know what I mean? And shop right the next week. I don't want you thinking of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather get somebody out in Manhattan, way uptown or something. So I won't run into you as often. You know what I mean? But
Hey,
yeah,
man,
so I'll definitely switch it
yo,
up.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Shit, that shit is coming sooner than later, man. I don't know if I'm
La la
ready.
la 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 la. Don't remind me of my birthday. La
I,
la 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 la.
I
Oh
don't know
shit.
if I'm ready, man. And then, and the fucked up part about it is I gotta go before you, so I can see you
Yeah.
totally
I can't
asking.
wait. I can't wait for that recap. He'll be like, so he said, did he hit the
was
spot
was
that I
he
heard about?
was he gentle?
He said, did he use the big finger? It's like, you know what, fam? Like, no thanks. Like he could have went the pinky route, but he chose the index, and I wasn't happy about that.
Yeah,
Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Oh
absolutely,
God, man.
absolutely, man. Oh man. So once again, man, I see we got 7 people on. Thank you for all of you who just joined. I see my man Adrian, Tanya, D in the building, Big P, I see you, Mrs. Lee. All y'all, thank y'all so much. I think Jeff's still hanging with us. Thank you for those who are with us on the stream, man. Yes, we are expanding. You see FCP is gonna be everywhere soon, so you might as well get ready. I see Lynn just joined. What up, Lynn? Um, so
Lynn.
so the first subtopic we got here before we get into the main topic, right? Social media pressure. And I feel like, in my own personal opinion, especially after the pandemic, what we see on social media really has such an impact because, especially when we were like isolated to the crib, this was our only real way of communicating, right? There was that house party app for a second that was thriving. Zoom was really just thriving. If you invested in it, your bank account thrived, right? So we were really like paying attention to everything that was happening on social media, but sometimes that has some real bad or technical influences, right? So one of the first ones is the one that we've talked about plenty of times on live on the episodes of Freedom Cage podcast, comparative success. So when you hear about the words comparative success and social media pressure, what's the first thing that comes to you?
It's like two oxymorons, very oil and water kind of like it's really tough to mix. You can't keep up with the world. So like people trying to, it's a rat race. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't keep up with the person that's faster than you because they're faster than you. You can't keep up with the person that's richer than you because they're richer than you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't keep up with the person that's out every day because they're out more than you are. If you're trying to keep up with these races, then you really don't have a dog or a leg, and gotta stay out those circles, man. Just stay true to what keeps you grounded. So it's really hard to feel like, oh, this person did such and such, but I think we're only like 2 months apart. Maybe I should be doing such and such. Like, it's not how life goes. It's not what God wants for you. Like, he'll come your way when it needs to be there. But till it's funny, Kingdom Bros just posted a little while ago, but he had one of the Wayne's brothers. He was just letting them know, like, God will get you where you need to go when you need to get there. Don't look at somebody else and think just because they're there, you should be there too. You don't know the trials and tribulations they took to get to where they at and how they got there today. But if that was something you truly want, you will get there when the time is right. You know what I mean? You just gotta, as MB said, believe in the process. And he ended up getting skipped for the Euro finals, but he's still believing in the process. You know what I mean? But comparing yourself to what people give you the highlights of their life is rough, man. You can't keep up with that.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. I mean, the only thing I can add is you got to connect with what it is that you really want to be. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes we're quick to tell someone what to do without even understanding where they're at, and I think that it really shows where if you're not in a certain mental state, maybe social media isn't the place for you because it's coming at you fast, it's coming at you quick, it's telling you like absorb this now, buy this now, try this now, subscribe now. And there's very few, I'm not gonna say no, there's very few people on social media who are actually walking you through the steps of how to get to where they're at. To Kenny's point, right? It's just like, hey, want to make $1,000 in a day? Buy this course. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing against those people who are doing that. It's really just a simple fact that you got to make sure that you understand what social media means for you. Let's see what Lynn put. I think that you don't have to follow people or try to keep up with others, but it can also motivate you. Very true. Very, very true, right?
Your page personally for me was mad motivation as far as like working out, being healthy. I don't get me wrong, I didn't follow up on the motivation, but it was still motivating. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, man, that's a reminder, bro. Gotta let Crunch know you're taking these debits out the account. I'm gonna show up one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show up and be like, yo, where the treadmill at? You know what I mean? You're gonna charge me. You know what I'm saying? But word, that's the best way to put it. But use it as motivation versus like you losing a race. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it as a goal, somewhere to strive to get to. But chasing it is not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Social media comes at you fast. It's a lot of information, and unfortunately, some people they either become very judgmental of others or themselves. Right? You have the people who troll other people's comments. You have people who have their opinions about you shouldn't be putting this up on social media. You shouldn't be posting a lot. I mean, it's really really important. D said be intentional with your socials. Yeah, I agree. If you're on here to spread a message, spread that message, and that's about it. And set up your algorithms. That's a great point. So, and me and you talk about everything, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Time out. What do you mean set up your algorithm? Is this something that you could actually orchestrate yourself, or it just goes by what you like and view often?
So it's a combination, right? So and D has actually shared this with me before, and we talked about it too, right? When you just talk about something around your device, and then all of a sudden it's popping up. When you search something. But another thing that I did most recently this year was I unfollowed a lot of people that had content that I didn't want to see anymore. You know what I mean? So if you follow like 10 different pages that are all about CMOS, you're gonna get ads, you're gonna get all of like a good flood of your content is gonna be about CMOS, right? Mm-hmm. So what I did was I found all the people that like just had garbage, junk, stuff that I just didn't want to see no more. And I said, yo, I'm unfollowing these people because the algorithm pays attention to how long you're watching a certain reel or a certain post, and then it keeps feeding you those posts. And the longer you stay on, the more it'll happen. So, good point, D. Yeah, the algorithm, you can actually shift it a bit.
Interesting. Like, I think to keep my algorithms clean, I keep certain subtopics in my head on certain platforms. Like, I go to Twitter for certain things. I go to IG for certain things. Like, I try not to mix those two. Like, you ever, like how me and you talk, like, we have a text message thread and we have an email thread. You know how weird it would be if we took an email thing and threw it into a text message. You look at the message weird. It's just like,
Yeah.
why is he mixing lives? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something. That's what I try to do to keep myself sane. I just keep certain things over there and certain things over there, and just try not to mix.
Gotcha. All right. Makes
One
sense.
thing, as far as the pressure of the social media, I do fall victim to the appearance thing, because I be trying not to spend no money, because we're honest, I ain't got it. So I be trying not to spend no money. You know what I mean? But if I see Fab show up with one more Buttersoft Avarex in one of these vids, man, I'm gonna have to. I don't even like, it's hot outside, and he just be pulling it off, man. I just shout out to the guy stylist, man. He keeps doing it. But I see him in one more AV that I remember seeing back in 02 or 03. I'm gonna have to get one. I'm gonna have to get one for the fall, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen. If you have a vice that comes with clothing, jewelry, you know what I mean. It's tough. It's one of the toughest things to not. Um, one of the things I did was definitely I just changed how I viewed the value of money and how I use it. And honestly, with the working out, it kind of helped that too, because right now I probably have like 20 different FCP shirts, and that's probably all I wear when I go out now. Because I'm out here putting on all these brands. They not paying me, but I'm filling their pockets up. And I got plenty of pictures out there with the brands, with all that shit. And it was just like none of that money's coming back to me, right? So it was really just about just changing the way I looked at how people put their appearance on social media. I take it for what it is. To your point, right? Fab is that dude. So yeah, he's gonna have the jewels. He's the one that I'm like, yeah. If I was ever rich and in that lifestyle, that's exactly who I would want to dress like. But right now, while I'm in this lifestyle, this is how I gotta dress.
This black tee takes me so many places. So many
This
places.
is how I gotta dress, because I would not be able to keep up. Like, I'd be able to probably go to one dope ass party with a crazy outfit, but there's dudes that and there's ladies that do that every night. Like, they got it like that.
That's
I'm
crazy.
not there. I'm not
Yeah, I
there.
salute them. I salute them. Because a lot
Yeah.
of females don't tell you they go outfits is really just a one night fit. They don't
Yo.
even plan on wearing that again. But
Nope.
that's another story for another day. I can't speak for females.
Yeah.
Do How do you think people feel when the likes are low but the comments are high, or vice versa, or it's a lot of likes but very low comments? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh,
what kind of effect do you think that could have on a person?
I mean, it depends on their value of what they posted. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on the value of what they posted. I think it's really, really important that um, we understand that this is just an app, right? You're putting stuff out there, and people are gonna either look at it, click like, maybe make a comment. It is what it is. I think when it gets tough is when people are expecting their friends or their family to act the same way that they act on like other people who they find important. So I may see your post, scroll past it, but then I may see something from Kevin Hart, like it, and then comment.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that happens every single day, right? You'll have a business, you've been posting your business every day, and nobody's sharing your shit. But the minute somebody that they have no connection with posts their business, they will repost that person for whatever fucking reason, and it would never make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I really think it's about, if you're there for likes and comments, you're definitely on the wrong platform. The best thing you could do is just keep pushing your content out there in an intentional way, like D mentioned earlier, and it'll land. You got to do the groundwork too. You got to bring people to your page, right? Because there's all kinds of fake shit with using the ads on these social media platforms, but you just got to hit the ground, hit the streets, hit the networking platforms. And before you know it, your friends who were never commenting on your shit, never sharing your shit, will now be trying to get on your shit because now you popping because other people feel like you good now. It's a weird psyche that people
I
have.
never understood it. I never understood it. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I'm a victim of it. Like Shaq and hold you. Outside of Beach, like anybody else I know with a mixtape, like yo, I want you to hear this, and be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get to it real soon. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know. It's and then he's like, oh shit, that mixtape went platinum. Let me go hear it now. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird. I can't put a finger on it, but I'm a victim of that as well. Like I much rather see like you know me. You know I'm gonna love anything you do most of the time. So I almost want to see everybody else like what I love, so I know I should love it even more once they start liking it. Like you know, what I'm saying? I mean,
I know, right?
It's a fucked up circle. It's a fucked up.
I understand you. I understand you, man.
I
No,
appreciate it, man, because it's rough out here, man. It is rough out here. Like,
it is. It is. It is. I think showing consistent and I'm just gonna use the word intentional because I think it's perfect, right? Showing consistent and intentional support is very, very important if you really care about what somebody's doing. You should not just be liking shit to like it. That's not why you should ever do it. You should really like it because you really like what this person is doing. And it's tough because everybody has this different mentality when it comes to support. But I mean, the real value of support is does the other person feel it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, that's what it comes
Fuck
to.
social media, right?
That's what it
If you
comes down
out there helping us, sell shirts or you telling people you need to go subscribe to Freedom Cage, that's support. Like that's tangible stuff that really helps us. Fuck the social media, that's
Mm-hmm.
support. But if the person that has whatever thing going on does not feel your support, you are not supporting them. I mean, I don't care how nobody feels about it. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact. It's a fact. Lynn had a question. Said, "How would you feel if your family or close friends post something, someone else's business but not yours, and you're all in the same circle?" I wouldn't take it any way other than I just gotta work harder. As more as far as not that I don't need that specific person's support to push my agenda. It's just that I'm okay with your support in silence, even if everyone doesn't know about it. But I'm gonna go get the loud people. I'm gonna go see what they're doing. I'm gonna let them do what they do. And then, and if you want to turn up your volume at some point when this brand gets a little bigger, I'm here for you, bro. Like if I loved you before, I'm gonna love you after, unless you stole from me. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's no reason. You know what I mean? It's no reason not to. I would take it more as motivation, if anything.
Mm. Yeah, for me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to notice it and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make a hell of a mental note. You know what I mean? Like I'm with you on the if at some point they want to get on board, it depends on what the get on board is. Because if we talking about this shit takes off to a point where niggas is just trying to jump on the bus because they known us for a long time, but they never supported, that's not gonna sit well with me. You know what I mean? Because especially when you were sharing somebody else's business and we all in the same circle, we got to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation because it can't be that now that you see us popping, all of a sudden you want to jump on and be with us. That doesn't make sense to me. If especially if it's something that I know is about our business and we are putting on for people. Yeah, nah, man, nah. I'm going. We're gonna have to have a conversation.
Playing devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
What does the conversation consist of other than them just not seeing the vision fast enough?
The conversation consists of why do you want to get involved now? Like what changed? That's the conversation.
Okay.
It ain't about you seeing my so it ain't about the person seeing my vision. It's about
Mhm.
what changed in your mental now that you couldn't do the same thing that you did for somebody else to support it, but now you want to come and reap the benefits of it.
Well,
Like
okay,
you
yeah. If
gotta
there's actual benefits being, I guess, brought upon at that point, if they jumped on later, that's one thing. But I don't know how. I'm just trying to. Maybe I'm probably pulling at straws as far as if they wasn't there at the beginning, they can't possibly be fruitful for them towards the end of it. You know what I mean?
to do what to support or to enjoy the work that you put in.
Enjoy the work.
Yeah. So right now, let's use us as a perfect example, right? Right now, we got 8 people, love y'all on the live, and
Love you
we
out of
got
death, by the way.
yeah, definitely. and two people on the stream, right? Let's say that I'm going to just throw it out there. In a year, me and you in the fucking garden, and we got a packed fucking house. And niggas want VIP seats, they want backstage, they want all that, but they never support it.
Oh,
That's a problem. That's gonna be a conversation. Like you never so much as shared anything, bought a shirt, nothing, but you want to be backstage. Like that's crazy. Like and the boldness to have never ever supported, but just think you're gonna get that invite. That's a crazy thing. Crazy thing.
that's fine. Like I don't think I would take it that way. I would be like, oh, you need tickets, no doubt. I'm gonna put you in such a place, such a give like a give like a 20% discount. Yeah. Put them back there. You're still paying your way. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you're a fan, so you get the 20% discount.
So I love that you said that, right? Family should still be able to support you. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever level of fam they are, it don't cost nothing to support you. But the first way that you want to celebrate me is to get something free. So you never supported me, and then the first way you really want to support me is to get free backstage. To me, that's a conversation. I didn't say I would say no. I said it
Okay.
would be a conversation. It would be a real good because I need to know what did you think was gonna happen because it's happened to me before. It has happened to me before. I thought because I just knew somebody, I was gonna slide up in the place with no issue, and we had to have a conversation, and it was a grown man ass conversation, and I will never expect anything from anybody again if I have not supported or if I'm not going to support. I'd rather you buy a ticket and then I upgrade you to the back stage. That's different.
That's more. Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
more the
saying?
lane I'm going. As far as
Yeah,
there's no more. There's no freebies for you because nothing. You know what I mean?
right.
At all. But I'm like if there's genuine love there, just the you didn't see the vision. I can't fault you for that. I wish you did, but you didn't. It is what it is. But I definitely got the discount for you. You definitely paid, but I definitely got a small discount for you.
So it's funny, right? And I think you're in the perfect position to understand this. Both your girls are playing basketball right now.
Mhm.
You love them so much, it don't even matter if they score a basket, but if they do, you the biggest celebrator. It's like they made the winning shot, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you don't have to see the vision and support some. I think we put way too much on what support really means. If I care about you, I don't care if you selling toenail polish. I'm gonna tell all the girls I know you ain't got toenail polish until you bought my nephew's toenail polish, girl. That shit's gonna shimmer, it's gonna shine, it's gonna have your toes looking immaculate. Your man gonna be like, "Ooh, look at my baby toes!" Like, what's up, Keith? Like that's because I just love you. I
Mhm.
don't have to see your vision. If I care about you, then I'm gonna push what you want. Like that's just the way I move. But I had to learn not everybody move the way I move, and that's fine in the beginning. But if it gets to the point of what I was explaining earlier, that now you want to come in and enjoy stuff, then that's where the conversation comes in.
Copy. Okay. Okay. I respect it. I respect it. I understand that. Oh yeah. I agree. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that one. Um, you got to charge them now. You got to charge them. Regardless of what's going on, like it's you got to. I think D said it earlier. So you got to compartmentalize the business. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
this is what I do. This is what I charge for. And if you respect me, you respect this craft. Like my kids, got to pay to get it. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That
it's just
yeah,
business.
that was my man. That was my man Adrian. Yeah, me and Adrian go back to high school, man. It's my guy.
That's just,
Yeah,
that's
oh
just
yeah.
uh,
And quick shout out to Keith in the chat, man. Since it is National Men's Health, you know what I'm saying. He's very big in the radiology field, radiation oncology. Real
so,
good dude of mine. You know what I mean. So
so,
he knows exactly what we're talking about when we talk about men's health, man. We got to take care of ourselves.
take ourselves. They're not going to do it for us. They're not going to do it for us. Oh shit. Um,
Absolutely, absolutely.
moving on. Moving into the main topic of the evening. Double standards.
Yes.
They do exist. They do exist, but to what extent is it too far? Like, you know what I mean? Uh, do you want to lead us off with this one as far as how you want
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm always
talk
ready to
to the
start
people,
shit.
man?
I'm
Talk to
always
the
ready to
people,
start
man.
shit. All right. So here go the spicy talking, ladies. I'm ready for y'all. Y'all already know how I do.
Shit.
It's this
Shit.
is the time y'all been waiting for. Double standards. Do they exist? Yeah, but that's just the world that we live in, right? So first scenario, right? You see a random woman wearing short shorts in the street.
Hmm.
If she looks good in them, Kenny, what's the first thing that you're thinking?
I wonder where she got those shorts from.
I wonder where she got those shorts from.
That's the first thing
Okay,
I think about.
that's the dad in you. I feel you. All right.
Just saying. It's curious. Like if they were appealing, I may inquire as to where the location was so I could purchase for my significant. Just saying. Throwing it out there.
All right.
We're
So,
being transparent.
all right. So now, on the flip side, your significant other
Mhm.
strolls outside in some short shorts without you. How you feeling?
Now, see, here's where the issue lies. Now, that woman I saw a little while ago, she was by herself, and that's cool, right? But
Uh-huh.
when a lady that you carry close to your heart goes out without you, it's something where it may attract some attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with I'm not there, and I feel like you got no security, baby. You just out there with these scallywags. Like, yeah, I mean, just like ducking and dodging shit all day. You just trying to get to the store to get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, but you out here dodging this guy, that guy, this stud. You don't know who's outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like I don't mind it being worn as long as I'm there to shield the bullshit. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't want you going through the bullshit because when the attire is revealing or flashy, it brings eyes. Not that it's uh, unwanted eyes because you chose the outfit. If it's a bright
Mm-hmm.
yellow, it's gonna attract bright yellow, eyes. But you don't have the security around you. Just kind of out there,
So
not
security.
you know what I mean, just kind of out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, especially
Yeah.
for a loved one. For a loved one. But
Okay.
I wouldn't stop the outfit, but I would at least try to include myself in said activity to
Uh-huh.
just help with security purposes. Keep the bullshit at a distance because you're still gonna get bullshit, but it's not as
Right.
much bullshit if you were solo.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's fair. That's
If the
fair.
shoe was on the other foot, my good man, you outside. Let's say you're outside with your lady,
Mm-hmm.
and you happen to notice someone in a rather flashy ensemble. Top
Mm-hmm.
showing, bottom showing, side showing.
Mm-hmm.
What's your first reaction? Do you ask what the weather was so wife can keep it moving or
Do you ask what the weather is?
so Michael
Um.
Jackson? So what? Like what do you do?
So the funny thing is, my wife knows all my expressions already. So she will spot the woman before I even spot the woman most of the time, and she'll look at me. She will look at me.
Damn.
Now, why I will look at this woman is because I need to be able to I need to be able to let her know that no matter what I see, girl, no matter what I see, I'm about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so because if you try and act like you don't notice it or whatever, you're lying to her. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to share that truth with your partner. At least I feel, and I feel like so far it's worked for me. Unless y'all see a shoe come flying at some point, right? But it's honest because I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? I was talking to somebody about this the other day. If a 6'6" black dude comes walking up the block with no shirt on, I know my woman's looking at him. So for her to even sit there and talk about, babe, I don't see nothing. I just see you. We know that's bullshit. I see the I see the eclipse over the sun right now. Like that
I
nigga's
see it.
coming.
You say you think I ain't see it? I saw it.
And the worst fear for me is he come up and he'd be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh hell no!" Like,
Have you sidebar? Have you ever stopped a hug from happening in your circumference?
no, have
Nah,
you? Uh,
I think I've casually. Oh, I didn't mean to spill that. Oh, my bad, dog. Was those DS? Was those DS? Damn, they look DS. Damn. Damn. I hope that incredible hook come out of those. Damn. Damn. You ready, baby?
yeah,
Are you
Vonnie,
staring?
yeah.
Ooh.
So, but am I staring? No, I'm
You
not
want me to take this
staring.
one? Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Nah,
Yeah,
you go ahead, bro.
I'm about to say, I'm about to let y'all. I'm about to put y'all on some game when you with your lady, man. Listen, man. Uh, if you see something coming and you with your lady, all right. I hate to be that guy.
Uh,
If you see something, God, I'm setting myself up. When you see something, right? If there's a direction where they're gonna be passing and you're in a standstill position, just look the way they're gonna go. Right now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's gonna look where they're going before they get there. Yeah. Look there. As soon as your paths cross, look back the other way from where they came from. So now there was no direct eye contact. But this is when you go down and tie your shoe. Just go tie your shoe real quick. Just be like, oh shit, is my lace sticking out?
oh,
Crazy. That's wild. I have to stick that lace back in. You ready, big? But yeah, I'm done now. I can't even do that move no more. It's over.
bruh.
It's
Yeah,
over. But
yeah.
hey, take
I
the
could
gem,
totally,
y'all. Take the gem. Take the gem.
yeah, yeah. I could totally see dudes getting kicked to the ground right now trying to tie their shoelaces, and they probably not even looking. There ain't no
Kicked
girl
over. Kicked
passing,
over.
but any lady right now listening to this shit is gonna be like, "Bow," you know what I'm saying? Keep saying
You
you
been
messing
watching
the game
FCP niggas? Hell no.
up.
So they got us. They got us.
Yeah,
Bring it home.
Keith say you messing the game up, man.
My bad, man. Just I'm gonna give y'all one secret a year, man. That was one. I
He
see
said
y'all in
one secret a year.
2024. I
Yeah, nah, man. So
think Keith said earlier, wear shades. I see the vision. I see the vision. I see the
yeah,
vision.
yeah, that's old school.
Oh,
That's old school.
God.
And I kind of,
But
you know, what's
that's what I
crazy though.
said.
I kind of feel like they're not making the lenses as dark as they used to. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's just like the designer brands. You know what I mean? But a lot of the shades like I look for, they don't be that dark, and it's not because I'm purposely looking for them to be that dark. But I've just noticed that the last couple of shades that I brought, they're not that fucking dark. You know what I mean? And I'm be trying to be on the train, like trying to peep shit without getting caught. Cause you catch somebody doing some wild shit and you just be like, really? You just gonna go up your nose in front of everybody 8 in the morning? Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you don't say
Yeah,
that shit.
man.
Yeah, you gotta get
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start the dark lens hunt for you.
Hmm.
Let me see what I can come up with. Yeah, send you some links. I think Ray Ban still got a real dark pair if you just need them
Hmm.
just for train purposes. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh
let's see
yeah,
what
I
happens.
appreciate it. I appreciate
You know,
it.
like, now
So
with
what's
double
what?
standard. What you
Yeah.
say?
No, yeah. What's some other double standards out there,
Now, I hate to be that guy, but I am a double standard door holder. If I am walking and I see a lady 5 to 6 steps behind me, I'll be the gentleman, hold the door. Oh, thank you, no problem. There's a dude 4 to 6 steps behind me.
man?
I'm looking back like, nigga, you better get that shit. I ain't had my business. You better catch that door, girl, man. I ain't here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nice person. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it's like I ain't holding the door for everybody. I ain't no butler. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got time for all that shit. Like you ever got caught up holding the door when one person come through, then a second person come through, then a third
Yeah,
person come through, and the third person didn't even say thank you by now. You're like, yo, the fuck?
yeah.
It's like, yo, you can't have that. But I have a terrible double standard with door holding for strangers. I only do it for female strangers. And I do apologize about that to any guy that ever been walking behind me. You got to get your own door, bro. I don't care if you do the fake job. I'm not gonna respect it. I'm not gonna respect it. I'm close to doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. I mean, door holding to me, I don't think I have a double standard with that. I really don't. What I do have a double standard with is, of course, how I think another male would treat my woman versus how I treat other women. You know what I mean? Especially if I don't know the dude, right? Um, there's always that like blank understanding of, well, what are they going to talk about? What are their intentions going to be? Because I don't know the person. You know what I mean? But I think I can be around women because it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I just know how to maneuver that. So that's my biggest double standard. I know my lady, she comes at me all the time about that. But that to me, that's just the way it is. If I don't know the guy, then I automatically think that you just trying to go after shit. That's just the way I
I thought that was a regular guy thing. If there's any male talking to my wife and that's not family, like I'm thinking he's just spitting filth right now. Like
That's
I
right.
don't know if he's looking. I don't care if he's looking for directions. He's lost. Like what I mean. He's genuinely curious to know how to cross the street. He could be blind. I think he's
Yeah.
doing the utmost disrespect right in my face if I see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just assume everybody's just filthy. I just assume everybody's filthy. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
Um, other double standards is it's been a while since I've been on the court, but if you're on the court and you have guys and girls, and don't let me be captain, you know what I'm saying? And we all picking teams, and like I'll be like, I'm gonna go with him. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yo, she's taller than him by like 4 inches. It's like, yeah. So we running this 21, or you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just that's
Yeah.
unless I saw her bust ass personally, and I know she's nice, like she's gonna pick first. But just
Mhm.
straight strangers in the park, she's just gonna have to serve my team from the other side until I'll be like, damn, she is nice.
Ah.
She is nice. I didn't know she was that nice.
Mhm.
It was just her. Like how was I gonna know? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I know that's a double standard of just being biased in my terrible way. But unless I saw you bust ass, I'm not gonna pick you.
Yeah. 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 I think that leads into one very noticeable double standard is the passion that women may show in their fields versus when a man shows passion, right? Most notably, this last women's college basketball season, when Angel Reese and a bunch of them were like just trying to show passion for the game. All of a sudden, it's, oh, look at this person acting all aggressive, and you need to be more of a lady, right? It's no different than in the corporate field, right? You go to a certain tone or you have a certain reaction, the first thing they want to do is call them an angry woman. But then if a man does that, it's like, oh, he's just being aggressive, he's being assertive, and all that other stuff. Like, that's one I know I hear about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And as some point we have to understand that everybody's just human, right? They're human. They're going to react in certain ways if something is making them feel that way, right? And you can only do but so much self work to control how you react to stuff. But in
Facts.
all actuality, if I'm human, I'm just going to react in certain situations. That's all it really is.
Okay. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. I get that. I get that. Um, any other double standards that I have that are critical on my end? Mm, yeah. So I'm holding doors, being polite sometimes. I'm just assuming all dudes, not family, are just heathens. Not really.
Yes.
That might be all I got on the double
Yep.
standard. Then. Yeah, that's all I got. But kind of circling back to the beginning of this, I know it's not a man's place, but would you allow your significant to wear something that you didn't approve of outside without you?
That's a good question.
So we'll be right back, folks.
That's a good question. I honestly want to say yes, for two reasons. One, because I I think I'm at a point with her where I would want her to see what it's gonna be like going out there like that. But the second reason is because I don't think she would feel comfortable going out like that. You know what I mean? It's more of a test of how much do I trust her versus,
Mm,
you know what I mean, if she's gonna actually do it. Because I mean, let's be real, ladies, right? You go out in a ponytail, big t-shirt, and sweats, and you got dudes trying to propose to you. So can you imagine, right, when you done up in that skin tight dress or whatever revealing outfit that you got, you know what I mean? You got these people out here that just don't know how to act. So,
mm,
you know, my heart goes out and my prayers go out to anybody who steps out like that, because you
mm,
stepping into the lines, then man, you better have security.
mm. Oh, ladies, I have a question. I was told from a coworker a very long time ago, a female coworker, that guys are not that they're more attractive, but they gravitate more to the ponytail sweatpants per female going somewhere because they can relate to them a bit more and they see what that person is. I guess fresh faced, not all done up, not all glamorous. And when they are glamorous, dressed to the nines, it might be a slim fitting dress. You know what I mean? The heels with the joints on them. You know what I'm saying? A male might feel more intimidated as if you're out their league. So they may not approach. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, there are some that be like, oh shit, this bro's in my league. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother animal of a heathen that you don't want to approach your significant. But I was told that from a coworker years ago. But I'm just not sure. I don't know if that's true or not. But I understood it when she said it. But
Yeah.
yeah, let me know if that's a something you guys can get behind. Like as far as your I guess your feedback when you hit the streets, whether you got sweats on or the tights. Like, is the reaction more this way or less this way? Curious, so I know what to tell my lady what not to wear.
Yeah. And I wonder how much of that is our exposure to women who dress up like that on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if we grew up with older sisters, you know, a lot of ladies in our life, how often were they done up versus just chilling in some regular clothes and stuff like that? And we
True.
immediately, you know, internalize that. So now when we go out and we see a female all done up, you know, we're like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like y'all do that, you know? So,
That's a fact.
yeah, yeah, that's a pretty interesting concept. We might have to have a show just specifically on that one. That's actually pretty cool.
Let us know in the comments. That's like, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, man, that's another double standard. Like, a man might more so go for the more lax, laid back, uh, stranger female versus the stranger female that's kind of done up to the nines and may have an out of your league appearance. It's
Hmm.
just like they had the out of league appearance. You get the courage to approach,
Hmm.
conquer, then find out they're a bum bitch. Oh man, that's got to sting. That's got to sting. That's got to sting. It's like, wait a minute, it was just a Saturday. Damn, I thought I hit the jackpot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a basic. No, but yes, double standards. It's it. It's it.
Yeah.
Anything else you got on the double standard then?
No,
All right,
sir.
moving on to the last thing here. Quick question for you as well as the participants here. True or false? How you do anything is how you do everything.
I want to say true.
Why?
I say true because the foundation of how you do the simple things in life are good is going to be the same foundation that you use for the things that you're passionate about, except that I think the surface level is different. And I'll give you a perfect example, right? If you have a hard time communicating your feelings to your partner, right? And to
Mhm.
people, period. But then you have a real skill that you're good at, right? You're probably really good at a sport, but you're terrible in front of the media. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Communication is always going to be something thing. Maybe you're really good at being a solo person. You can do your part, but communicating with others within being really good in that craft, it stops your relationships. It makes it hard for you to have people that feel like they can rely on you and trust on you, even though you seem to be really good at it when it's just you performing the task, right? So I do believe that, yeah, I feel like how you do anything is how you do everything.
That's funny. Like I have the same concept, but I'm leaning false as far as how you do anything is how you do everything. Because I think it's more so of whether you have the passion for it or not. If it's something you care for, something you love, something you have, it's a hobby of yours. You usually try to excel at that to the best of your ability. And you're doing something that you may not care about, you may not give it your all, just simply because you don't care about it. The passion isn't there, the love isn't there, the purpose in that function isn't there. So I don't feel how you do anything is how you would do everything if your
Mhm.
heart isn't in it. It's funny. It's like we had the same example, but like we just had different conclusions. Like we just took different forks in this road, but
Yeah,
took the same route. Took the same route though.
yeah. It's a very interesting perspective, and you can honestly have this conversation for a very long time. And it's one of those sayings to me where there's not going to be one person who just shuts everybody down. And if that person exists, I hope we have him on the show first, right? But it can be twisted both ways depending on perspectives.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's why we come here every week, man. Try to get all these thoughts out the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some free thoughts. Roaming out the cage. Pun intended. Yeah, man. Another Wednesday, man. You got anything else for the team today?
Nah, man, I think this was good, man. Double standards, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. Just make sure y'all ladies get y'all home before 2 a.m. That's all I care about.
Cut off. Hey, man. Top block goes on at 2:05, man. So
Uh,
40 hour grace period. At
that's
2:03,
right.
we might be able to talk about it, but 2:07, nah, you had choices that you could have made, and you didn't make them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Plus, you
as
went
always,
out the house in short shorts and you talking to dudes we don't know. That's it, man.
now you got that gallivanting again. You know what I'm saying? But thanks so much for coming out on the Wednesday, y'all. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. Subscribe to the YouTube as always if you haven't already. Check out the merch shop. Go get a shirt if you haven't already. You need a color
Mhm.
that you ain't see. Hit a nigga up. We got you.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, man, thanks for coming out. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, man. Make sure you go support your friends, man. I can't stress that enough. Life is too short. Yeah, think about it, right? You see more people sending RIPs when somebody gone than celebrating the stuff they was doing while they was here. That is crazy, people. Crazy. If
No
one of
doubt.
your loved ones right now left, you would be RIPing all over the place. Why wait? Support them now, love them now. It's the easiest thing in the world. It costs you nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Flowers, when someone can smell them, is way better than leaving them on top of their casket. So please give them the opportunity to do so. You know what I mean? It's very important. And everyone needs that. They may not say it, they may not express it, but it's truly wanted deep down inside. So
Mhm.
keep contact. Don't be strangers. And love your loved ones. That's what they're there for, bro. Easy shit. Easy shit. Easy shit, man. But yo, as always, it's been a pleasure, my brother.
Later, man.
Peace. Now for our live streamers, this is the shit I was talking about. Oh man. Peace.